Peace, peace, peace. This is your international sales and marketing hitman, Tiger Toledo, and you already know what it is, man. You rocking with the best. You heard? So I want to take you guys on my morning walk, trying to, really get into a routine for certain things now. You know what I mean? Like, I got to be more disciplined. I got to have a routine if I'm trying to accomplish what I'm trying to accomplish. I definitely recommend that. But that's a different topic, right? I wanted to talk to you guys about goal setting. This is real, and I mean, to me, it was really important that I share this with you guys. God and the ancestors said, hey, go on here, give your live testimony on this because it might help somebody. So here's the deal, right? Excuse me if it, because I'm about to transport myself into when my mom was alive. And a lot of you guys know that's real hard for me to talk about. I already feel my throat like tightening up, just getting ready to talk about it. I didn't even say anything about it yet. But so my goal, in my life was to retire my mom, right? After my mom got fired, and she basically pleaded and begged this white guy to keep her job. I was about 14 or 15 years old. I was 14, 15 years old. I didn't have any job skills. I didn't have any talents or anything. So I saw my mom cry in front of this guy, and he let her go. Now, so from that point, right, my goal was to retire my mom. I said, like, you know what I mean? Like, as a young male, or maybe even, women, I don't know about women so much wanting to do that, but I know for a lot of men, a lot of young males, their driving force is to retire their mom. Be like, Mom, you ain't got to work for nobody no more. It's a wrap. You know what I mean? Quit your job. Tell them fuck you. You know what I mean? So that was my driving force to keep a clear head, level head. I didn't drink. I didn't smoke weed. I didn't do no drugs, no nothing. I was focused. You know what I mean? I was real focused. Well, at the age of 17 going on 18, my mom died, right? So my driving force was now stripped away from me. It was taken away from me. And let me tell you something. And you might not ever hear this on social media or anywhere else, but it's almost like it was a bad thing to do. Because what if your driving force, that very thing that you're motivated by, what if it gets stripped away from you? What happens to that energy? What happens to that motivation? What happens to that discipline? I went through that because it was like, well, what the fuck am I doing all this for now? Right? Like, she ain't here no more. Like, what's the use? What's the use? So I started, 18 years old. I'm popping the bottles now, with the homies on the block, drinking the hard vodka now. You know what I mean? Taking the occasional puff off the weed and shit. You know what I mean? So I'm starting to spiral a little bit. Niggas cooking cocaine and chopping up crack on my mom's table and shit. I'm going down that path. I'm gonna cut this way because they're doing construction. I'll walk around this way again. So I'm starting to go down that path, right? I'm indulging in more thug activities, more criminal activities. You dig? So one day my brother came to the house and was like, "Damn, V, like you really going downhill." He saw all this crack cocaine on on our mom's kitchen table. There was never crack cocaine sitting on the table before, right? Now there's all this crack cocaine. We putting it in the valves and all that. You know what I mean? Niggas playing Nintendo 360. You know, we just out here and shit, right? My brother, I saw the disappointment in my brother's face, and I was like, you know what? I think I need to get out of here. I said, can you call our uncle, who I barely knew? Can you call him and see if I could go live with him in Chicago just to get my mind right, right? Just to get my mind right. So I come out to Chicago, and my uncle, God bless his soul, he phenomenal man, right? He gave me the courage and the confidence. He built me back up, to be honest with you. He built me back up. He was like, you still got this. You got something to fight for. You know, you can, you know, regain who you truly are. Well, within a year of me living in Chicago, he dies. Now, at least when I was in New York, I could lean on my friends because I had enough friends out there that, you know, like I can get some money or get something to eat or have a place to stay in case shit really got thick. Now I'm in a state, I ain't got nobody. Shit got real. Shit really got real. So I tried to stay focused, you guys. I tried to stay focused. But remember, my number one motivation, my number one desire of retiring my mom was stripped from me. So it didn't hit me all the way. And then the one person that was going to, you know, that was rebuilding me and helping me get my confidence back up, he dies. So now I'm in a state by myself. At that point, I really didn't give a fuck no more. You feel me? Like, I didn't give a shit about life anymore. And that's why I titled this video, Sometimes You're One Disaster Away. There are a lot of homeless people in this world, not because they were addicted to drugs or anything like that. It's because something traumatic happened in their lives where they were not able to recover from that. I've had a chance to talk to quite a few homeless people, and sometimes they went through a traumatic thing. Like, my mom died, and I didn't know how to recover from it, and I wound up drinking, and I started doing drugs to cope with the pain, and then boom, they ended up homeless, right? So I was one disaster away. So now, you know, now I'm on some real thug shit out in Chicago, right? Now I'm packing. I got the 360 on me. Just ready to wild out. Just ready to wild out, like somebody look at me funny. I'm ready to, like, you know, do something dumb. You know, I start taking ecstasy. I start smoking weed. I'm like, this wasn't me. This wasn't something that I do. I'm doing all these drugs and shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm selling drugs now and shit. And like, I was one disaster away. And then once you indulge in that lifestyle, there's a whole bunch of other shit that comes with it. So I'd love to tell you guys how, like, what my new motivation was. And in some areas of my life, it was my wife and my kids, where I could say, like, you know what? I was able to retire my wife, right? She became my new motivation, where I wanted to retire her. So I retired my wife. The next thing was, but I knew not to put all of my motivation onto my wife because of what happened with my mom. So you ask yourself, like, so that I understand why they say you have to have big goals. You know what I mean? So big that it's like, if something gets stripped away from you, you at least have something else to fall back on. So if you guys are in a situation where you're saying, hey, look, I want to retire this person, or I want to do this, have an additional goal on top of that have equal or higher lasting power, shelf life. Because if something like that happens to you, like it happened to me where my mom passed away, it can strip away from your motivation, and you no longer want to fight to be great anymore. And it's hard to grasp because, one, your mind is somewhere else. You're in despair. You're dealing with trauma. You're dealing with stress. You're dealing with all these things, and it just makes you want to give up. It makes you want to give up after a while. And I went through that, and thank God the ancestors as well was able to pull me out of that situation. So I wanted to share that with you guys, man. I hope this was helpful. The ancestors and God put it on my heart to talk to you guys about it. I wish you guys the very best. Peace, love, and happiness. Cash flow. You already know what it is, man. Peace.